Look at the meat and potatoes of everything, right? Either side?
Yeah, both sides.
That's ridiculous.
Alright.
1,000 amp hours.
Yeah.
At 12 volts, that's 12 kilowatt hours of power. Put it up one extra level with the LEDs in there. Blue no less. That's cool. You cannot feel any of these transition lines between all of these different colors of paint.
I'm Shauna and this is Brian. Welcome to our channel, Life Uninterrupted.
In 2018, we sold our home, auctioned off most of our belongings, and bought a motorhome, which we affectionately refer to as Frida.
We travel full-time with our two French bulldogs, Lucy and Ricky.
Join us on our adventures by subscribing and hitting the bell icon so that you're notified when our videos release each week. When we come to an RV park, invariably we meet other RVers, and this trip here to Mesa Spirit is no exception. We're going to talk to Salli and Roland about their cool Lux fifth wheel. Here in the background, we're going to show you some of the features that this thing has, and interior, exterior sort of view of this thing. And you know what? One of the, I think, most killer solar battery setups that I've certainly seen. I know there's some nice ones out there, but I think, at least for me, this is the nicest that I've come across. All right, we're going to go in and talk with Salli and Roland, and they're going to talk to us about some of the features that they love about their beautiful new home on wheels. So Salli and Roland, say hi to the audience out there. So as I mentioned earlier, Salli and Roland have been longtime friends of the channel. This is a Lux. I am not at all familiar with these other than the name and quality, obviously. So when did you get this? Tell us a little bit about it.
So we went back a year ago last August because we knew we wanted a Lux. We found them on their YouTube channel. And we wanted a custom RV. And Lux, all they do is custom fifth wheels, luxury fifth wheels, and toy haulers.
Nice.
So, and we picked this model, which is the 42RL, because Salli needed a big kitchen. And these coaches, you won't see any two alike. They are custom. You know, you can customize
Colors
them,
and features,
make changes, adds, change cabinets, whatever you want to do. So, we went back a year in advance, picked everything out. And we told them when we wanted it done, when Roland was going to retire, which he retired in August, but we went July 1st to pick it up. So almost a whole year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, almost a whole year.
Well, I think it's obviously worth the wait because we had the opportunity to have dinner with Sal and Roland yesterday, and they gave us a tour of everything. That's why I wanted to come back and share it with you, because this is a stellar coach. I mean, just some of the small things that you kind of take for granted or that aren't even thought of in a lower end coach are kind of standard in these coaches, these Luxes. So one of the things I like the most, this is a kind of a custom cabinet that they'd mentioned that they upgraded.
Yeah. Originally it was supposed to be, if you point over to that cupboard with that glass, this was supposed to be glass set in a little farther, a big pantry. I have a Breville Smart Air oven that we have had for about 5 years, and I did not want to give it up. And I didn't want it out on a counter because I don't like a lot of clutter.
Right.
So one of the custom things we did was we asked them if they could bring the doors or the whole thing out farther, do a solid surface, to match the rest of the counters, and do solid doors instead of the glass. And this is what we use to cook with. I can do a 14-pound turkey in here. So since they did that for us, I did not want the standard 30-inch residential, the oven. So I did an induction cooktop, and instead of where the oven was going to be, we did these pull-outs. We've owned 9 homes now. This is our 10th home. But anyways, we've never had cabinets like this well made. And they don't even do the rails on the side. They're on the bottom.
Right.
So it's all
Yeah,
soft
these are
close.
definitely high quality
Yeah,
drawers with the
dovetail.
dovetail drawers. Wow.
Yeah.
Soft
yeah.
close, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. So we did some upgrades. They use LG for all their appliances. We upgraded ours to the Whirlpool, which I love. It's a convection oven and a microwave. In case that ever died, then I had a good oven. Yeah. So
One of the things I noticed that Roland, either Roland or Salli, I don't remember yesterday, pointed out are their walls. This is not that that thin Luan that you see in a lot of RVs. This is actually all very nice vinyl padded and super thick. The walls on this thing are
they call them soft.
3 inches. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a couple different colors you can pick of those.
Yeah.
We got to pick out, our tile. You can bring your own tile in too. This was one that they had that we love. They used regular quartz counters. A lot of different variety of things that you can choose from. The flooring, you get to pick out your flooring. The color of your cabinets, we did the beachfront and the pewter, the gray and shaker style. They have a couple different styles of cabinets. We went with the shaker style. You can pick your handles. I mean, it's all custom. Normally the sink, it's just, it's the regular stainless steel, whatever you call it. The split.
Right.
We upgraded and we have a composite big farm sink.
Nice. It's like a full body sink.
Yeah.
You could actually hop in there if you're
can,
small enough and take a bath.
You can, it's great. We put the dog in there to wash his feet.
So what was the cool feature that you pointed out on this countertop?
So people that come in, they're like, oh my God, Salli, what happened to your counter? Did you have to fill something in? No, that is a wireless charger for your phone. All of the coaches have that in their island
See
somewhere.
if I can pick it up right there, that little white dot.
Yeah.
So you just plop your phone down there and it charges wirelessly.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's made by the Amish in Shipshewana, Indiana, and Lux is in Elkhart. And one thing, even with the furniture, they'll do custom things on your furniture. We wanted the electric recliners, but I didn't want the handle on the outside because walking in the door, seeing the handle, that was going to bother me.
Right.
So I asked if they can put the controls here.
Very nice.
And they did.
Of course, you have the day-night shades,
night,
MCD shades.
both.
Yeah. Can't get better than that. Those are top of the line for sure.
I mean, storage galore.
And then you have the in-command system, so you can control,
There's
pretty much everything in the whole coach, all
and
over
they
the
all
coach.
dim. You can dim things down.
All LED lights throughout the ceilings and slides. You can see it probably flickering in the screen because that's just what happens with LED lights and video cameras.
Yeah. And we had to make these little cabinets for us, side cabinets.
Nice.
To put our coffee on or whatever.
You can never have too much storage in these things.
No.
For sure.
And this coach does have the Arctic package. So we have friends that have Lux, and they're in the stormy weather right now. Below zero, and they're toasty warm.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, this quality of the cabinetry is super good, and it's solid. You hear that nice solid clunk when everything closes. It's not this sort of tinny reverberation sound that you get with a lot of coaches.
Yeah. And right now this table has one leaf in it, but there's actually 2 leaves, so it comes out pretty far. We were very comfortable in here with 4 people.
Yeah,
at
they
this
were
table.
perfectly comfortable. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very nice. And I like this, the way these flush slides come in now. They're putting this material on the slides. Is that Cooper?
That's Cooper. He wants Mom to pick him up. Yeah, they call it a marine layer.
Okay, nice.
It's great. It's super easy to keep clean. And
Yeah, especially under the table like this. Basically,
Right.
just kind of wipe it up and you're done, right?
Yeah. And I think normally there's carpet here. We didn't want carpet, and there's no carpet in this coach at all.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So what's in the front?
Up front, do you want to see this now or later?
Well, we'll
do that
take.
later.
We're going to give a little sneak peek.
Okay.
We're going to do not quite a spoiler alert, but check that out. Check that out. That's a system that I want to have installed in our coach. Where I'll probably install it myself, but anyway, little teaser there.
Yeah. This is the main panel for the in command that runs the whole coach. We have the app on the phone, so in the morning, before I get out of bed, I see what the temperature is outside to know if I'm going to use the heat exchanger or the
nice.
propane. And I turn the furnace on with my phone and get the house warm before
There you
I
go.
go to bed.
Beautiful.
And turn the lights off with that. Just like you were saying, the quality This door is super duper heavy.
Yeah, it is.
This
I
pocket
noticed
door,
that last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can close these off if you got company. You want them to just use the restroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another reason why we picked this coach, that we can, you know, if we had someone staying in there, they have full access to the bathroom and not bother us. So come on in.
Very
This is
nice.
our bathroom. We did upgrade the shower.
Right. This is typically just
The
a white plastic or ish material. Very nice. Porcelain toilet.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah, and then our sink and vanity, and in here is our. I'll let Brian take a shot
There
of
you
that.
go. Yeah, you got to have a separate washing machine and dryer when you decide to go that route. Stay away from the single units that are dryer washing machine combined.
Yeah, and here
They're not so
again, we changed out the cabinet color. If you notice, this part of the bathroom is all the gray
Right.
pewter, and then once we come into this area, we went back with the beachfront. We did it contrasting.
And something unique about this fifth wheel versus a lot of other fifth wheels, the beds in the front and all the wardrobes are in slides, which is pretty cool, I think. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah. So king size bed, which is standard. If you wanted to upgrade for the smaller, they charge you for queen. We have the sleep number bed, so that was an
nice.
upgrade. So if you notice in here, this part is all gray, as well as this little doohickey here. So like Brian said, that the 2 slides are our wardrobe. We have plenty of storage in here. Those up there.
Actually, that's my wardrobe.
No.
I know that.
The slides are
No,
Sally's.
you've got more than that.
That would be the same for Shauna. I'd be relegated to this, and Shauna gets this and that.
Well, Roland has one drawer here, but that's his one.
Is that your sock drawer?
Unlucky.
His shorts. Yeah.
So tell them a little bit about this jersey, if you don't mind.
So,
Roland.
years ago, like 1990 or so, my mom was a seamstress in the Bay Area, worked for Nordstrom's, and got to know Willie Mays and his wife May. And like I said, in around 1990, she went to go deliver some clothes and asked Willie Mays' wife, if she had any T-shirts or something. My son's birthday's coming up, so they walked down the hallway into the master bedroom and opened up the closet, and she pulled out a jersey, and of course gave it to my mom, and perfect. That was great. And then about 5 years later, I gave the jersey back to her, and she brought it back and was doing some stuff with clothes with Willie, and said, "Hey, by the way, can you sign this for me?" And he probably didn't even know this was a jersey that
his wife pulled it out
of the closet. So
that's a piece of not only sports history, but American history right there.
Yeah, definitely.
And American nostalgia. I don't think you can get much better than Mays, in terms of baseball royalty.
Right. Lux had to reconfigure this wall for us. This was the only place that it could go. They had to
move the controls, move them over, and
and beef up the wall, because this is very heavy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're
Very nice.
really happy with this.
Yeah. So it sounds like Lux is pretty good to work with in terms of your individual wants and needs, right? A minute ago, I had mentioned that we've got a little sneak peek of this. So, I mean, I'm beyond impressed with this. So Roland is going to give us an intro to their really cool system. I'll switch sides with you.
Yeah, sure.
So we'll take a look at this in here, and then we'll go outside and look at the meat and potatoes of everything, right?
Yeah. So this gives you all the indication of the battery charge and what the grid's pulling in, if you're pulled into shore power or not, and then where you're charging, if you're charging, and it has a versatility where if we're hooked up to 50 amp, it really doesn't use any battery power. But let's say we go to a park that's 30 amp or 15 amp, you can dial it down, so when you use it up to, let's say you're parked in a 30 amp site, if you use more power than you need for the 30 amp, it actually starts pulling from the battery, and you don't have to think about it. It's does everything automatically. You don't even notice a break in the action. So
Right. Yeah, this is all Victron equipment. We have Victron in our coach too, so those of you who watch us know that. And that's exactly what Roland just said. When you haven't, let's say, some sort of interrupt in your shore power, or you've got a drop in line voltage, then that Victron inverter kicks in, just milliseconds, and starts what's called battery assist. It goes into assist mode and starts pulling energy that's needed from your battery bank. Yeah, pretty cool. So, very nice.
Yeah.
So without further ado, I think we're gonna, because I'm getting kind of excited about sharing this with you guys. So let's go out and look at this massive power system that Roland and Salli had installed in their coach. And be sure to let us know in the comments if you have seen anything in terms of this size. I know there's a lot of RVers out there that do Battle Born or some other sort of lithium battery setup. Normally they have 4, 6, maybe 8 batteries. But yeah, this is insane. This is like this is beyond pro level stuff here.
This is Tesla-like.
So check this out. So this is what I think is really cool. So count them, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 Battle Born 100 amp hour 12 volt LiPo batteries. And what's really cool too, you had room down here for 5, but now that wasn't enough. You had to have more power, right? So they built this really cool shelf system here and added 5 more. So what is that? That's 1,000 amp hours.
Yeah.
At 12 volts, that's 12 kilowatt hours of power. Crazy amount of power.
And eight 200 watt panels up on the roof to do the charging.
Yeah, we'll take a look at those in a second. I'll climb up there and risk my life in doing that. But wow, this was all done. This is expert level stuff. Really super high quality cabling and crimps. This is good stuff.
The firm that installed it was just amazing.
And who did that work for you?
Quality RV Solar out of Penn Valley, California.
Okay, nice. Very nice. So let's look at the sort of the brains of everything here.
With the charge controller and
So that's a look at that. You even put it up one extra level with the LEDs in there. Blue no less. That's cool. So you have your charge controller here, and that's controlling your 1600 watts of solar.
Yep.
Very nice. Yeah, this is all pro level stuff. And you have the Victron Multi Plus 2. That's the 3000.
Yep.
Is that the 3000? Very nice.
Newer model, yeah.
Yeah, I've got the original. I've got the original version, and very, 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 very good converters. Check this out. That's just all. That's all next level stuff. Look at that.
Took those out, had all the batteries set in here, and then he had, because we have the in-command system over here, all those wires were going up over the batteries, and we were getting a lot of interference.
Gotcha. So they were all in there at one point, which is a great location. Except when you have to kind of get in there to access things, it'd be a little bit
tough.
Snug.
Yep.
Yeah, so that location up front is definitely the way to go. For sure. I should point out too, check out this slide. I would imagine it goes out. You can
both sides,
either side.
Yeah, both sides.
That's ridiculous.
Alright.
Ridiculous.
All clear. You can see what's inside them. And
that's one thing about full-time RV life. You gotta stay organized and have stuff where you can see what's inside. Or I go to the next level. Well, mine are all black.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't find these that would fit in our storage compartments. So I bought black ones, and I just took a labeler and labeled everything.
Yeah.
Invariably, it's okay. Invariably, I put stuff in the wrong bin. So I'm looking for tape. I put the tape in the cleaner bin. So what are you gonna do? Well, very nice. All right, so we're gonna climb up top here and take a look at those panels. So you have 8 200-watt panels. Are they stationary, or can they tilt?
We've got you can tilt.
Nice.
If you need to, yeah.
And that really increases the output too. It adds about an extra 30 to 40% output when you're able to tilt them into the sun, which is super important.
Especially in the wintertime.
Right, when the sun's low in the horizon, for sure. Yeah. Very nice. All right, so I'm gonna try to climb up here on this ladder. So this should be comical. So I think I'm gonna shut the camera off. I'm gonna shimmy up this ladder and I'll take a shot up top. So check out those panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 200-watt panels. And those are, like we mentioned earlier, they're on tilts, so they can articulate when you need to get a little extra sun in the wintertime. 3 ACs on this beast. 1, 2, 3. Check them out. And these are heat pump, right?
Heat pump, yeah.
Very nice. And you have a wind guard, and is that a satellite?
Satellite, yeah.
Yeah, and a wee boost.
And a wee boost.
And a razor.
And what's the razor?
TV.
For TV,
Oh,
local TV channels.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what is that what the black thing is right there, Roland? Poking out?
That's a booster.
Oh.
This, yeah, the booster.
The
Yeah,
razor's just a
that's
little
what I have.
antenna.
Very nice. And of course, you know, these awesome slides with awnings over this slide, outside of this slide rather, which is nice because a lot of coaches will have the awning attached to this rail, and then you lose some of that footage because it has to extend out over the slide like ours does. So that's it for up here. I'm going to shimmy back down. Another really cool feature of the Lux brand is the slide. You can see this, basically this pocket here. The slide actually goes in and sets recessed, so it's all nice and flush with the side of the coach. The backup camera.
Side cameras.
You have side cameras too?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
360.
Nice. And the little TV and stereo unit in here.
Yeah, a little TV.
Nice, yeah. Is this swivel or articulated? Is it
No.
stationary?
No, not yet.
Nice. So triple axle. Check that out. 1, 2, 3. Had the MORride suspension. Jack pad or snap pads for the jacks.
We're 43 feet 10 inches.
43 feet 10 inches. And the all-important question, Roland, is how much does this beast weigh?
Fully loaded with all the Salli stuff in the kitchen, about 24,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
The
Okay.
GBWR, yeah.
Nice.
19,000 empty.
Yeah.
19,000 empty. And you pull it with this beautiful King Ranch. Check that out. Dually. Do you have airbags on this or no?
Got airbags.
You do have
Yep.
airbags? Nice.
Yep.
And there's airbags in the hitch too.
And this is the 4500 or the 450, right?
50, yeah.
Nice. This is pro level RV stuff here. Have you guys ever RV'd before?
No,
Never.
never,
First time.
never. Yeah,
I actually drove a Mini Cooper
yeah.
for a car, so I'm used to something small and fast.
Yeah.
Well, you know the old adage, go big or go home,
Right,
right?
right.
And you certainly went big.
Originally,
And we went home, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
we've been planning to full-time RV, not ever RVing before, not even camping, for 5 years. And so we had seen a couple channels and we thought, oh, we wanted to get a 45-foot Allegro bus.
Oh, nice.
But then I'm a cook and I kept thinking I can't do it. The kitchen's not big enough. So that's how we found the Lux.
So all said and done, would you do it again? Would you buy a Lux? Anything differently you would do? And maybe talk to the audience about how easy it was to go through the process with Lux to build your custom coach.
We do it again.
100%,
Yeah.
150%.
I figured so.
Yeah. So when we went in August, we actually flew in from California into Elkhart and set up a meeting with our salesperson, Deb, who's she's amazing. And we picked everything out. I mean, you go on a tour. I mean, that's what they suggest. Come on a tour, see how it's made. And the minute we walked on that
Production floor.
production floor. They took us through each section. We're like, oh my gosh, you know, and answered any questions. And then we already knew which model we wanted from the YouTube channel. And then we went in the design room and we got to pick everything out and you know, I think we got pretty much all the pricing except for all the custom stuff, you know, because they had to, you know, there's engineer fee and
Sure.
Cooper, all that. But yeah, I don't think there's anything that we would change. We even got to pick out the color of our coach. Everybody gets to do that.
And I was mentioning to them how incredible this is. I mean, very few coaches that I've seen have this sort of level of detail or excellence, if you will. I mean, you cannot feel any of these transition lines between all of these different colors of paint. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's automotive paint, and they use 3 coats of clear wet sand and buff, I think is how they say it. Even the name Lux is paint. There's no decals at all on this coach, on any other coaches. So this is the Lux Elite.
Well, like I said, go big or go home. So
Yeah.
you must have the Elite, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Windows are awesome too. All the frameless windows. Those are
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, we love it. It's our home.
And it tows great with your 450. No issues there.
No issues. Stops great too. Yeah.
Does it? One thing I did forget to point out, Roland, was your hitch. Let's go look at that real quick because I think that's pretty interesting. I've never seen one like it. Maybe others have that have 5th wheels.
Yeah, normally they come with the standard Morrite hitch, and then this is the upgraded version, which has all the torsion bars. So obviously there's, I think, rubber bushings that work in here, and then that uses like a shock absorber type thing. So when you're going over bumps,
Gotcha.
but
And that's a
For their toy
Gen
haulers,
Y.
this is standard.
Gotcha.
For their toy haulers. Yeah.
So check this out. Now, Roland, I'm not making fun of you, but I'm not sure anyone's going to have the cojones to come steal your 5th wheel, but you never know. I mean, there's a first time for everything.
Yeah.
This is next level too, for sure.
And then we have the Trail Saver hitch that has airbags in
Oh, I forgot to mention, I think, didn't we? You also have a generator. I'm sure we saw
Yeah.
that.
it. Oh, and
We saw that earlier.
the fire
Yeah.
extinguisher Roland put in.
yeah, passive above the,
Oh, check that out. Ah, that's super important. Yeah.
just in case,
Yeah.
a little insurance.
So Sally just mentioned that one thing that RVers do that are planning on going full time is like us. They watch just a ton of full-time RV channels, right, to kind of get a lay of the land and some do's and don'ts and things that you need, things that you don't need. So I know when we did that, we bought a lot of things that we didn't need. We thought we needed them, but we didn't. How many things did you buy that you thought you needed but you didn't need?
Really, none.
None, really?
No, because you know we had 5 years of watching all you guys.
Yeah, true.
You know, so and you guys all said, "Gosh, we got
They
all these
said
things."
only buy it when you need it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So that's what we've done. Things, you know, because we just started, you know, July 1st, and there's a few things that we still needed, you know, that we weren't sure about.
25-foot hose, water hose, 50-foot, 75-foot. What extension cords you need?
And we did need the
Yeah.
Blackstone. We finally got
Yeah.
that. Even though we're not meat eaters, boy, do we use it a lot.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
I was on the fence about buying a Blackstone too, but found one pretty cheap, as I mentioned last night. For $30 I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah.
So. But we cook on it a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes we'll just cook vegetables on it or you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're really nice.
That's good. Yeah.
So this is Roland and Sally's Lux 44.5 Lux
43,
For-
43,
Lux.
4310.
Lux Elite 4310. Yeah, Lux Elite. So I'm not editing any of this stuff out, that kind of stuff. But, you know, it's just
42
we're having casual conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice coach. Very nice coach. So thanks to Salli and Roland for giving us this awesome tour and having them share this with you and all of their outrageous upgrades. Unbelievable. So you're going to be going boondocking before too long.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're going to put this awesome system to the test
We've been doing Harvest Host, you know,
Yeah.
and Boondocks
Just
as well.
overnight,
Yeah.
overnight.
But
Yeah, spend a few nights or a week or so out, you know, dry camping, and you really see what
we
what the system can do.
Sedona will be there for a week. Boondocking for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat Battle Born, you can't beat the Victron equipment. It's all top of the line stuff, and you did it right. You had it done right, which was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And Lux would have done it for us too. They do it. They use a little different setup. Although they would do Battle Born and they do everything we wanted, but Roland already had talked to the guy that we knew, we wanted him to do.